Good morning, everybody. I'm your spooky host, and welcome back to more PPML Draft League coverage. It's week 7. We've got so much to share and talk about, and I'm excited about it. How are you guys doing? Let me know. Let me know. Chat. Hang out. You know how it is. I'm playing solo today. Wanted to mix it up. Maybe chat a little bit more this time. Because normally I'm like talking with the person, but I could focus on everybody in the chat this time, so that could be fun. We are live. But let me know how the audio balancing is. Got some AI Sonic music in the background because I adore it. Yeah, the division all the standings are pretty much up to date, except, or actually they're not super up to date because there's been some week 8 matches, but we're not starting with that yet. We are going to no spoilers on the board this time. It never happens like that. Only thing here to note is that I believe Molly is 4-3. Replays week 7, Molly versus Jake. We'll key that one up. I know it's not on the board yet. Yeah, so I think Molly's in that 4-3 pack, and Jake is in the 1-6 gang duo. So starting off the week. Oh wait, this is the week 7. This is full of spoilers. I'm a dingus. I'm a fool. I haven't had enough of my my caffeinated beverage yet. I've goofed. Apologies for my goof. Post a link in my stream. Just noting that we're live. You can listen to this glorious audio track in the meantime. What? Wait, no, that wasn't it. Not everyone. We are live with the PPML week 7 watch party. Live now, covering a league that Austin and I are in the week 7. Come hang. Alright, there are my ads. I put them out there. Hi, Roki. How's it going? Whoa, Slayer Bear. Subscribed for 2 months. That's so kind. Thank you. Pyroki. I do plan on getting back to Legend of Dragoon. I'm just going to do it on a weekend. And because you said that weekends are best for you to like actually sit and enjoy it. And I haven't had a good weekend for it yet. So we'll get there. It's at the top of my list, and my list is I don't stream a whole lot, so I haven't gotten to it, and the weekends are a little busy right now. So, but that is the plan. So we'll get there. Got your Prime back. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Getting ready for work. Yeah, it is that time of the day. I'm gonna try and be a little snappy today. I got we're trying to, so the company I work for is like state and local government, like contracting. So some of our customers are like handling like the floods down in Texas. So there's something I was working on to help them respond to that. So I want to get that done like ASAP, but still wanted to stream this morning. How's the audio balancing? You hear the Escape from the City remix in the background? There's fire burning in my ears right now. Yeah. Let's get started with Chris versus Doug. These guys are both fighting for playoff spots. I think Doug trying to get into playoffs, I think. And sounds good. Let's go. Great. And Chris, solidly, probably also on the border. I think they're in the same division as well. So probably a big match here. Doug made a couple changes to the team, and Chris has kept it steady all season. I will say that other than the Heatran, the Rotom Frost looks pretty good here. And I like the I kind of like the Ogerpon too. Like I feel like Doug's whole thing is you gotta take care of that Heatran and then you're off to the races. Pyro's bad. You have options for the Heatran. The problem is, how do you get it to stay in? Like, I guess you gotta like bait it with one of the things that you need to break through it with. And like you've got electric type moves on Rotom. Granted, nobody else really wants to switch in on too much except like Ting Lu. So if you have an opportunity to just like smack something, like smack Heatran and something else switches in, like you'll take that chip. As far as Chris goes, Honchko's not looking that good. Rillaboom's got some challenges here. I don't even know if I like the Bring. Grass looks awful into this team. Like, other than maybe if it's like a specific Tapu Fini answer. Maybe you want to nerf Earthquake for Heatran a little bit. That could be it. Only hazard removal I see on Doug's side is Defog. I guess same for Chris. Maybe you could set up some spikes. Check her out. Ogerpon lead. Maybe we see spikes. He's gonna definitely like just do the bonk though. Yeah, and that's fine. That's a good chip against Ting Lu, who's super bulky. Getting a lot of health back. Okay, I can see that. If you're going for a bulky team, granted, you got to get out of there. I don't know if I like just going for that 50% when the grassy train's up. That was a lot of damage against your wall. And now Honchko's switching in with Honchko, taking a lot of damage. That's a shame. Pyroar comes out. Luckily for Chris, Pyroar is very bad. Nice Will-O-Wisp, but this looks like a special attacker, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, Pyroar's really bad. It's too late now, but honestly, I'd say drop Pyroar. Sludge Wave. Crit mattered quite a bit, right? That's Calm Mind. And that's gonna be huge. Might be hard to get a recover off later. In fact, Chris is forced into doing a recover next time he comes on the field, or he'll die immediately. There's Boom with the Moonblast. Grassy Terrain definitely helping restore health quite a bit, but at what cost? You're just getting blown up by these big attacks. And there's super Spadef or a non-invested Tapu Fini. Probably might be Assault Vest even. Tapu Fini is not that strong. Still, that was super effective. I'd expect a little bit more. That's the kind of cost of Tapu Fini. Like, I almost like Primarina more with that Water Fairy typing, just because it has the immediate power. I could imagine a world someday where Primarina has some decent recovery, and it'd be an absolute demon. Okay, RC's coming in. Gonna die for its efforts, though. And now, I mean, Hydreigon can just do this on its own, right? There's the Horn Leech. Ogerpon can just do it on its own, maybe. Ground type move? Knockoff, sure. That was a well played game by Doug. Probably big for him too in terms of the divisional standings, right? No, they're both in the Johto League. Oh, Chris has fallen quite a bit. Oh yeah, they're practically... Doug actually pulled ahead after that. That's huge. Oh, they're actually both out of the playoffs right now. I didn't realize how stiff the competition was there. With Molly at 4-3, they're really fighting for it. Wow, it's so competitive over there. That's crazy. And then we've got currently Koya over here. Sean got to win this week too. Man, this is up for grabs. And then Prather's right on the cusp of it too, and he just made a bunch of changes. Oh, I love the end of the season. So much going on. Cool. This is the Jake versus Molly match. This one happened on Monday. So a little bit late, but it doesn't matter. They got it done. What's notable here? These guys haven't really changed their teams up too much. I'm seeing... Man, these guys are all so goofy. Like, what a bunch of goofy Pokemon. No... Metagross looks like the Dialga answer, but it's got to watch out for, like, I think, like, overheat and stuff. Arceus Fire is unresisted here except against, like, a Terra Toxtricity or a Terra Bombardier. But you can't Terra both of those. And there's nothing it's super effective against. It's just neutral. You know what looks kind of good here is actually Toxicroak. Fairy, fighting. Yeah, poison and fighting covers like half of this team. You just got breakthrough get through Toxtricity and Bombardier, which is not that difficult. They have speed and bulk problems. Maybe a DD Tyranitar could look really good here too. And then for Molly, you've got the weapons. You just need to... We got Steel, Fire. Ghost is unresisted. Oh, the Mewtwo is hiding there. I didn't even notice the Mewtwo. I think Fluttermane looks great. You just have to get started. You gotta break through with Toxtricity. Do some like Terra stuff. Just break through a little bit, and then oh no, these vocal tracks are gonna distract me. It's so good. They redid Shadow's theme, and it's just I could never understand what it was saying in Sonic Adventure 2, because it's like mumbly and like angsty, and they turned it into this like poppy kind of thing, and I can hear the words actually, and they blew it out of the water. Watch the dang match. We got the Toxtricity out here first. Nice Volt Switch. I think it was a little bit of a gamble because Metagross could be faster depending on the set. Probably max speed though, so she probably wouldn't have to worry about that, so that might be a hint. Bulky Metagross, or maybe Togetic's just kind of weak. Probably a combination of both. That's a nice burn against a big threat there. I guess it didn't look too good offensively. What's up, Jerry Bear 16? Good freaking fracking morning to you. And we're gonna put the Toxicroak right out there in danger. Molly goes for the rocks though. Rock looking great against that team. And we're gonna phase out a little bit. Maybe break a sash. Tyranitar comes out and gets Flash Cannoned, but with that special defense boost from the sand, looking pretty good. Fair Earthquake. I'd love to see some Dragon Dances out of this Tyranitar at some point. Tyranitar's been the king of many generations of Pokemon OU. It's good. You can win with it. And then sitting in front of this Kamala makes sense. Gonna try and get some health back. That's a lot of damage, but Kamala's gonna Wish. I didn't even know it got Wish. That's news to me. So she's trying to heal something up. Probably the Togetic to keep walling stuff. Bombardier. That Wish will come in play at some point later. Brave Bird not going to do much against Tyranitar. Are we going to see a Terra to break through this Tyranitar? Because we're already down 2 Mons. Leftovers. And there goes the bird, who's looking a little spooky for Molly, but the Fluttermane does look good depending on the set. Karen from Finance is an elite nickname. Yeah, Molly's got great nicknames. Molly's got great nicknames for sure. Here's Toxicroak, probably gonna die. Oh, nice sucker punch. Going for the priority. That was a pretty good choice, but just like that, 3 Mons gone. Are we just gonna see a big sweep? Now, who's faster? It's gonna be Fluttermane. He's gonna kill the Shadow Ball. Is that base speed better? Jeez, these Mons are crazy. Holy cow. Really well-placed game by Molly. Normal. Oh, this was the issue with the not a fire plate on the Arceus. Wow, really, just like well positioned. Just like got enough damage and rocks up to just sweep with Fluttermane. Clean. This mon's crazy and scary. Shell Bell is nice too. This was the day after Thanksgiving. Hear this? Well played game. Great job, Molly. Replays. Oh, Steve versus Noah. Here we go. Triple lefties. Oh yeah, the day after Thanksgiving. Sorry, my caffeine isn't hit yet. Maybe the highlight match of the week, other than the Mean Sierra match, of course. This is just like, I mean, this is big for the division. Top two, number 1 and number 3 in the division. Looking at this. Offensively, Venusaur with Earth Power looks really good. There's some special walls you got to break through, for sure. But the stab poison against Screamtail looks good. Overquill can probably hang in there and do some stuff, so I feel like you might need to save the Overquill to like handle, especially Terra. Maybe handle the Venusaur a little bit. Iron Moth, I like offensively quite a bit. It's better for me for Steve to lose standings wise, but man, I want him to win. Yeah, looks like, well, I'm sure everybody wants Noah and I to lose to a degree, just with having the undefeated record. Nobody, like, unless you're the one in the spot, like, nobody wants anybody to go undefeated, you know? Unless they're like a, what do you call it, an underdog, and they just like are having the season of their lives, and then like obviously everybody will root. But Hisuian Gudra is scary here because the way you want to break through it is by like close combat with Iron Valiant or Marshadow, but you don't like. I feel like Gudra could live like one of those and return back with a big hit, and you don't want to take a lot of damage on those breakers and sweepers. Sun here does look powerful. I prepped with Steve a little bit. I did not bring the Sun team, which I feel bad about. I brought a Rain team, and then I brought a neutral team that just like wasn't using that. And I should have brought a Sun team, but you gotta be prepared for any of them. Still, I like the balance of Steve's team, and I feel like Noah's team could use some more resistances, but I guess Gudra kind of fills in that gap. It's just a little bit of a momentum sink. Let's watch this one. There's Wash Scream against the Roaring Moon. We're just gonna Dragon Dance immediately and get Will-O-Wisped. And at this point, yeah, you commit, you Dragon Dance again, and it's like, what else does Rotom do against you? We're gonna get De-Intimidate, but do you just hang in and do it again? Hair Water. And you're at neutral attack, taking a lot of damage for it. Your Roaring Moon's almost dead. And just wants to keep the Overquill healthy, it looks like. Good exchange for Steve. Nice Hydro Pump in the Sun. That feels like a lot of damage for in the Sun against Torkoal. Might be a physically defensive Torkoal. Nice Pain Split. Gonna get blown up by Solar Beam though if you stay in. Yep. feel like a Boots Moth or Overquill would have been nice there, and that's just gonna do a lot of damage and kill. That's 2 huge assets gone. Do we have anything built for this? Screamtail survives a little bit. Wow, this thing is just built to handle Steve's team. Holy cow. There's the Wish. Oh, that's devastating. Marshadow, now faster. Gonna get a Spectral Thief there. Take the Venusaur out, and now you're 3 to 4, but you've kind of lost your walls, and Charizard does look really good. Sun's still up, and Torkoal's still around. Flamethrower is gonna do so much damage. Wow. You have my man, the Sauce. Scarf Marshadow outspeeds and hit KOs with Blaze Kick in the sun. Oh, you gave the man the sauce. Did he not listen? Oh, he didn't take it. Wow. What a shame. Blaze Kick. Wow. Gotta keep that in mind. I didn't even know it got Blaze Kick. And he's pain splitting. Nice way to chip the Goodra down. Gonna be able to bring in Marshadow. Whoa! What are we doing? What are you... What was that about? You gotta sack the Overquill there, right? You've got fast guys to finish the game. And we've got Gooeyed. That's what happened to me last year when I fought Steve and lost. I got Gooeyed and it was all over. Wow. What a twist of fate. I didn't even notice that. Well played to Noah. Oh, we got Wild Canyon. My god. Incredible game though. Definitely consequential for the division. Noah, I think with a buffer going into the final week, probably doesn't even have to play for anything. Got Jeremy versus Joe next. Double Dragon flying team versus Jeremy's. So the big thing here is Joe's got a... I want to see like banned on something, or specs, or some hazards, some way to break through this regenerator core. Electric does look fairly good in general. If you've got like maybe like assault, specs, pivot, Electros with like, or maybe like assault vest, and just like pivot and like smack with like big attacks to break the regenerators. For Jeremy, I think you just gotta wall him and do what you do best, right? There you go, getting some chip on Dragonite to take care of that multi-scale, and wisely switches to take the Fire Punch because Ferrothorn doesn't want that. Gonna Toxic the Electros, which is great because Electros can got a little bit of bulk, no weaknesses. Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet. Rocky Helmet's gone, but that's a lot of chip against the good pivot. Nice Flamethrower. I'm surprised he stayed in for that one, quite frankly. But I guess you can get a lot of it back. Still, it's not your Ferrothorn that is a regenerator. Alright, and now Electros is gone. Good Earthquake against the Toxspec, but that is probably going to be a physically defensive Toxspecs, and you can... Oh, Mirror Coat. Very clever, but I don't think that it's staying in on you for the most part. It got what it needed. A big Toxic against a bulky guy. Mirror Coat? Again? No, we're going to go the Ice Beam. Mirror Coat would have been the move that time. And you're losing health fast. You got to make a move. U-turn. Back into Toxapex. Fully back to health. Nice rocks. Punish all these switches, which you kind of got to do. Especially against Tornadus without boots. There's the Defog as the Swampert goes down. This is a fair chunk before it does, but you can just switch out again. 3 regenerator Pokemon. Absolutely crazy. Little chip on Gengar. Take a Psychic. You're going to be faster, which is pretty cool. So you can just Draco Meteor, U-turn, whatever. Probably get into your Ferrothorn. You're going to survive that, which is pretty incredible. Will-O-Wisp. The Cyclizar. Probably a special attacker anyways. No, physical attacker. Scale Shot. Little neutered. Could have had 4. For what? Oh, double Will-O-Wisp. Maybe predicting a switch? Alright, Dragonite's in. Against the Zacian, yeah, you gotta get out of there. Sceptile, not gonna be able to take an attack. Maybe? Sash. What are you gonna do? With your Terra Fairy Endeavor. Oh my gosh, let's go. Nice job, Joe. Oh, for regenerator mobs? Yeah, just had to go for the Ho-Oh, but no. Wanted Zacian. Scale Shot again. So interesting to see that used on a burnt Cyclizar, but I guess if that's what you have, that's what you have. It's gonna get the job done, kind of, anyways. I'm surprised you didn't just go for the kill there, because if you get the Scale Shot, then you can just do it against the dragons after this. Looks like he's going for the 6-0 or the 5-0 here. No, gonna die. Gengar looking scary, but we've got the Steel type, and he can just like, what is he doing? Setting up for body press against 2 flying types and a ghost type. Gyro Ball. I mean, I guess it's nice when the Dragonite and the Rayquaza come in, but Rain Dance. Alright, well, we got a rock type move? No, we're gonna. What was that set on that card? I have to know. And what was the Rain Dance for? Nice Dragon Ascent. What are you doing against this? You've gotta die? That's Life Orb. That's gonna do a lot of damage. Scale Shot. Oh man. With the defense drop, you could have had that game. I feel like you just switch out and take it with Gengar, and then like you could just get him with. You probably would have survived one with Rayquaza, or like go into Dragonite next. Dragonite's got the bulk. Yep. Yeah, you should have sacked Gengar for sure. And here, like, you got some stuff, but oh, too little, too late. Nice. Okay, no, good. Now, can you break through this? Critical hit might matter. Gonna switch into Toxapex, and not gonna do enough damage. Yeah, I needed another Dragon Dance probably. Oh my god, Earthquake! Great! But now it's not gonna be enough. Well played. A close one, but, I mean, well played by Jeremy, but good progress from Joe. That was pretty close. Against the tough, like, it's hard for newer players to break through Regenerator. You really gotta have a plan, so good job there. Got Jaden versus Austin. Was this the last week before the big team change, if I'm correct? Jaden's got his Steel types here. Terra Ice Kilowattrel looking quite good. Because you just blow up the Sandaconda with an ice move and you just pivot around. Gives you something for the Raging Bolt as well. That mon should be Terra banned. Skip? You want me to skip it? Maybe I'll just not do a lot of commentary on it. I'll skip the beginning part and we'll just play through it. We should ban Terra Kilowattrel next season, and Terra Jolteon, quite frankly. I think for low point Terra, it's too much to prep for. We didn't see it get used very well, but Terra Rhyperior, I think, could also get the hose. Nice explosion. Get rid of the Kilowattrel, though. Very clever. Gem boost, too. And then... oh, man. Switch him right into the Meowscarada and just getting blown up. That's unfortunate. You can't just... oh. And then Geomancy gets mirrored by Lugia. You didn't give enough credit to, well, you can give it the credit and respect in the playoffs, which you'll probably have a match in together. The Draco was a little curious to me. Is there a Thunderbolt on this team? Volt switch. Oh, nothing. Holy cow. And that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Pardon me for a moment. Dang, this thing's just... People are saying Lugia should be unbanned in draft. That's positively silly. No, the misses didn't help. And that, you could have made a lot of progress on that. And like Xerneas can bring it back from anything. But bulky too, wow. Nice special attack drops. That's pretty lucky. Too little too late though. Yeah, and it's like, how do you break through this? You gotta like, I think there had to be, I guess you're hoping for more special attack drops. Like if you like Geomancy on a Roost turn, that might help you. Because Mirror Orb only activates once. But I guess you needed the special attack drops to survive longer. Nice crit. Definitely needed. But not gonna be enough. It's a good game from Jaden. Well, it'll be a good playoff match, I think, when you come back with Fiery Vengeance. We got Nick versus Richard. I expect Nick to handle this pretty well. The question is, like, what do you do against Groudon? Needed to kill this thing, because even if Geo whirlwinds me, yeah, it makes sense. That makes sense. What are you doing against Groudon? Physically defensive Garchomp? I like that. Flash Fire, Chandelure, you gotta be wary about an Earthquake. But what's your strategy to break through Nick? Walking Wake with speed, how's that look? I don't know if it gets an Ice type move, but... Oh, it's just gonna get walled by Chansey. How do you break through? I think Wake looks good other than Chansey, so you need something to break through that Chansey. I don't know if it's like Psy Strike or Psy Shock Gardevoir to make sure it stays in and actually gets hit. Because Gardevoir looks good here. Maybe Scarfed Gardevoir looks good here. He's got speed. Because with the Sun, Chlorophyll, Speed Boost, he should be able to muzzle through it. But Nick's going to switch into the right things at the right time and make it really difficult on him. I'll check a work message really quick. No, it's just Google Calendar. Yeah, I don't think there's anything interesting. I got like an hour until work starts anyways. Poison Jab. Poison the Tusk, which is neat, but you got a Brave Bird or something? Well, your attack's reduced anyways. I don't know how much it matters. Got the Rocks Up and Reflect. Yeah, you're just gonna get walled. And now you're gonna die because you close combated. I think you gotta switch there. Get your boots, get some hazard removal. Let's go Villain, not in the Sun. Gonna Leech Seed. Going Machamp, gonna get blown up by a Fairy type move? Is that our goal? Parting Shot, gonna lower the Machamp's power, which is all it has going for it. There's Tusk, gonna do nothing with the screens up. How about Defog or Brick Break? And we've transformed into the type that is weak to both of Great Tusk's stabs. Alright. Bullet Punch. Gonna go down to Rough Skin, unfortunate. How did Stealth Rocks not hurt what? A champ? Maybe it has boots. Groudon. Oh, really? Is that a switch? Very clever. Very clever, Richard. Alright, and no... Okay, this is actually a good opportunity. Gets a kill. You got high speed, high attack, Sun. Grimmsnarl gonna get the reflect up. I like the Iron Head. Okay, this is some new technology. I like it. Parting Shot gonna lower the power just enough. Get Garchomp in. Take the Earthquake. No, get him out of there. Oh. You don't need to waste your power on Garchomp. Just switch into, like, Wake or something. You gotta keep your Groudon healthy. It looks so good. I guess not against Chien-Pao. And Chien-Pao does clean up here. Walking Wake, nice priority. But the other off-skin stuff. Hydro Steam, gonna do some damage here. Another Parting Shot. Just the Parting Shot's just ruining this team. And I don't see how you break Chansey from here unless your Gardevoir is packing Psy. Shocked. Yeah. That's not gonna do anything. Stalling out the light screen's not bad, but surely there's another way to make some progress here. Yeah, that's doing nothing. You can't just Draco over and over again, man. Let's go Villain. Would be great in the sun. It's Thunderwave off, sure. Gonna get so much health back from the Leech Seed. That's crazy, actually. It's the burn, so it's gonna get chipped, but you can just switch out. Yep, and it's all gone. And Chandelure comes in and feels super comfortable. Nice Leech Seed on the switch. And now you just blow it up with fire type moves. And I think the Gardevoir's slower. 284, 284. It's a speed tie. And it dies. Yeah. Oof. Pretty clean game from Nick, but some neat stuff there from Richard. Pat and Alex. Big match here for the division I'm in. We're gonna see the special Reggie Drago? I've been waiting this whole season, but we'll see. It's been Dragon Dance every time. Let's see here. No ground type, so Pat is getting Volt switched on all day by Jolteon and Great Iron Treads. How does Dracovish get dealt with? Ogerpon. Water Absorb. Not a good matchup for Pat. Not a good matchup for Pat. And the Thunderous too. This is just like Prankster T-Wave probably. Taunt, sure. And you can just Volt Switch on this. Oh, this little demon. War Criminal. Treads comes in. Volt Switch. Gets stuck. Yeah, you're not going to soak here. Knock off. That's good against either of those two. You want to get rid of the leftovers. You want to get rid of the Eviolite. Thunderous. Gonna get Will-O-Wisp. Fine, whatever. Volt Switch, maybe? Oh, T-Wave. Interesting. I guess just get some free turns against this, maybe. While it's like on the field. Kills it with a Dark Pulse. Defog? Is Dracovish. Oh, Thunderwave. Yeah, great. Awesome. That's a good way to deal with this. Now you just switch an Ogerpon. What, get a Trailblaze up? Because it's probably Scarfed. Leech Seed. Interesting. I feel like... Well, he probably just not packing Trailblaze. Ivy Cudgel gonna do some good damage against this special wall. Treads comes in every time. This is gonna be a free Rapid Spin. And now with Dracovish paralyzed, it's gonna be slow, so it's only doing about half damage. And Ogerpon just comes in every time. But the pair is gonna definitely hurt. The Leech Seed surprises me. Like, no Trailblaze? No Swords Dance? Okay, it's a... Got it. It's just a... It's like a fast support Ogerpon. Makes sense. He just doesn't have the coverage, which is fine. Yeah, I think Leech Seed works. Might have solved some of my problems in my match against Pep. Toxicate, sure, but yeah, that's going to be significant. And then Pair of Flying, you can't really switch Sam in. Yeah, you just keep this in and you're fine. But you're definitely taking some damage. Here's Treads, who can do whatever it wants against this every single time. And now Trick Room's over. Wait, are you going to get Iron Head? Knock off? Sure. You're making progress. No Volt Switch apparently on this. There's the Minior. You're going to be faster out the gate. Yeah, that's going to do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Sylveon doesn't want to get hit with Iron Head either. Knock off? Sure. Hyper Voice, not going to get the job done. And we're just stalling, hoping to survive. Probably didn't post last week's watch party on YouTube yet, or at least that link. Okay, we're just stalling out here, trying to run him out of Iron Heads. That's gonna take you a while, buddy. At least Pheromosa didn't come. It's for the best. Earthquake gonna do a lot of damage to this bulky dude. We're gonna burn through all of our freaking recover. Anyways, clean game from Alex. Tough matchup though. Braither versus Nick. Braither fighting to stay in playoffs. Nick, I think, out at this point. But trying to continue to build some experience. How is Nick breaking through Aloe? Does Pharaoh even have a kill? Definitely not a positive kill death. I know that for sure. You gotta break through Aloe probably with Breloom. Or special Necrozma. Or special Arceus? I don't see that happening. I think Aloe's gonna live this entire game and bring stuff in like Volcanion for free to just blow the other team up. We gotta not have our Palafin die immediately. That's the next step, Nick. Like, if you're not gonna outspeed, just switch out. And already we've gotten so much value out of just smacking the Ivy Cudgel button. This is a little scary, quite frankly. The Toxic's pretty good. But you're gonna get blown up a bit by this Arceus. Love the Galarian Weezing. Where's the Strange Steam? No? Magnezone. Bad Pokemon. Gonna die. Yep. Granted, a lot should die from that strong of a judgment from a Arceus Dark, but Toxic is really coming through. So that was a good move initially. Luckily, Chris Prather's got the Protect technology. The Protectnology. That's just gonna... Yeah, the chipping is like... It's inevitable. Nice double Protect. Might even keep this Weezing alive, quite frankly. Oh, switches out. It keeps the Arceus. Toxic on the... Probably Guts Breloom. No. Technician, never mind. Poison Heal, maybe. That's what I was thinking. Strange Steam? Sludge Bomb? Sure. Oh, yeah, you gotta set up the substitute, buddy. You wanna do that? Or the Spore, yeah. Why didn't the Spore work? Oh, Protect. I think you just Spore again. You're faster. Don't be afraid. Oh, it does have Poison Heal, not Technician. Interesting. I wonder if that was intentional. Tear Ground. Oh, it's Levitate. Yeah, I should have seen that one. It's not the neutralizing gas. If it was neutralizing gas, then the Poison Heal wouldn't have worked. And here's the Aloe, which there's... You just flip turn here. You don't need to wish. Just flip turn. Your heart's content. Yep, there you go. Look at that, 56%. Here's Weezing. Go ahead and sack it or something. Yeah. sit it in front of the Necrozma. Probably gonna get blown up by Photon Geyser. Yep. But Mousehold come in, and it's late in the game. People need to save their Mouseholds for later. That's the thing you need to do. That's it. Because your answer probably will be dead if Mousehold's your last guy. That ain't wide lens. I know that much. Maybe it's the covert cloak. Or no, the punching glove or whatever. Jeez, these vocal tracks, dude. Unbelievable. And the toxic, really painful for this Arceus. Another pop bomb, but with the boost. Wow, that is bulky. A clean game from Chris Prather. Nick, getting there. We're getting there. Keep that Palafin safe. Jackson, Diego. We've got Bidoof. This was the match heralded in by the sages of old. We had paragraphs of shit talk written in the chat about this one. So this is a big one. Jackson with a really bad record, and Diego with a fair record in my league. So we'll see how this goes. What looks good here? Samurot's around for soaking up big psychic type moves. Ghost. Samurot's doing too much defensively here is my thing. Like type wise. But I suppose like Ho-Oh's bulk's enough that could handle a lot of it too. The physical attackers aren't like super great against Ho-Oh. You just gotta keep it out of the way of Urshifu. And you can wall most of this team. Maybe other than like ghost type moves from Marowak. Bidoof looks bad, as it should in every matchup. DD Salamence? That could get the job done. Just gotta get the Deoxys out of the way. Yeah, Jackson's got really good hazard setting. He always leads with Bidoof though. Bold strategy. Nice yawn. Just keep yawning. Substitute. Gonna flip turn, we're gonna yawn. Swords dance. Die. It's nice sucker punch. Gonna take out the Deoxys. There goes the Uber. Maybe one of the worst Ubers on the board. You need... Here's the thing. We've got a psychic terrain setter, right? We have Indeedee female. Why isn't it coming to every single match? This to fix Deoxys' #1 weakness, which is priority. Gonna soak up the toxic spikes. Dazzling Gleam, not gonna do too much. Earth Power will finish the job though. Love the offensive Gomorrah. But gonna get blown up by Iron Head. Toxic Debris though, and now the poison type's gone. Everything is getting poisoned, unless there's boots. Terra Ground, that's gotta be scarfed. Super scarfed. And this thing's gonna be able to take a single hit from Slowking with the Terra, yep. And now you just hit the Earthquake button, right? Oh, I hate that switch. No, I hate it so much. No, you needed that to break through. You needed to keep your Urshifu safe. You don't need the regenerator health. Terra Flying. Yeah, we needed to sack Slowking, and then... And I guess you got a little health here, but like... The big problem with Ho-Oh is not its offense. That's not what you need to be scared about. You need to be scared about the fact that you're never going to kill it. And you need Urshifu for that. Sacred Fire. This match is over. Really, really well played from Jackson. Glad you picked up Ho-Oh. Great mon. Alright, now me versus Sierra. Thanks. Shout out to Austin and Phil for making our teams. We've already done this on stream once, so we'll just go over it quick. The big thing I saw when I when I was given this team was the Furfrou with what I thought was Terra Electric Charge Beam, but it came out as Terra Normal, which is unfortunate because I spent a Terra point on that. So I'm pretty much just trying to do that this whole game. Here I'm leading. I just figure I'd just get up rocks just to get her done. And I knew Prim was coming in, but Glow King handles that pretty well. Nice Hyper Voice doing a lot of damage. And then gets out into the Dark type, which makes a lot of sense, but I was just gonna get out of there anyways. And then Magirna looks like really free against this thing, except with like an Earthquake, and I've got Weakness Policy. She smartly goes for the knockoff to get rid of the Weakness Policy. So I can't go crazy, but Magirna still gets the kill. High speed. And then no boots on this means that the Terra Shell's broken, so I can do a lot of damage with Aura Sphere. Rapid Spin gets rid of the hazards, which is pretty smart, but is going to get another kill. I knew it couldn't kill me quite yet, and I was thinking about like Scarf Naganadel Flamethrower, so I was like, I'll just do one more Earthquake, or one more Agility here to get the speed. And here it's looking pretty good, but didn't have the coverage to break through the Prim immediately with the Assault Vest, so Magirna does get killed for the first time this season, so good team building, Austin, in that regard, and good play, Sierra. Rocks go back up, and I'm just getting this knocked off just in case it's like freaking, you know, Assault Vest or, I don't know, something annoying. But I'm starting to get scared about Bulk Up, because I figure there's Ice Punch on this too. So I'm like, okay, maybe we'll get Static, maybe we'll get a Para. That does a lot of damage, but Zapdos is an amazing Pokemon. And I don't get the Static, but I've got the speed to get the job done with Furfrou, Dandy, Paranormal, Hyper Voice, Throat Spray. You know how it is. DDs, but Furfrou's simply too powerful to get the job done. Nice Drain Punch here. I'm just gonna get the chip I can while I've got my boost. And I do get a single Charge Beam boost. Now I'm gonna go for the Hyper Voice. This is gonna do a pretty good amount of damage. This is a crazy dog. And then I think from here, Quaquaval just does its thing, right? Aqua Step. Bulk Up. That's right. I think this is the first time I've done setup Quack. Probably because I didn't build it. It's a lot of stats. Wow. This bird's crazy. Maybe I underestimate the bird offensively. I'm always using Quack defensively. I've got to really turn it around. Anyways, well played. Tricky, but final match: Sean versus Koya. Both fighting for playoff spots. Rain versus Water's nearly unresisted here. Both of the water resists are pretty frail. But there's no dark resist on the other team. This feels like a big offensive match where it's just like who blows each other up first. Sunspore? No. Light Screen, fine. Stunspore? Slow this thing down. Tailwind, okay. Eh. Gonna keep it for later, makes sense. It was priority. Good Stealth Rock, punish those switches. Gonna get, I don't know what he was afraid of, a ghost type move, I guess, but like, Dusclops doesn't really attack. Kyurem's gonna get poisoned. What are you gonna do? No, you're gonna switch out and get poisoned? Nightshade. Okay, there goes Water Spout. Just switching into that Kyogre totally unsafely. Against this very bulky Dusclops, you need to poison it, you need to knock off something like that before you even try to attack it. I would have liked to see the Bronzong this whole time. It looks bad defensively anyways. And the Terra comes way too late. I wonder if he just like forgot about it. It would have been fine this whole time. Kyogre's almost done. We're gonna get one more set of screens up, which is gonna be good against this primarily special team. Annihilate comes in behind screens. No boots, but doesn't matter. Rage Fist gonna do fair damage against this Bronzong. And I'm gonna go for the Toxic, which makes sense, but you gotta be careful about the rest of Chesto set, which Sean runs a lot. That's gonna boost Rage Fist up to 100 base power, which is probably gonna be enough to knock out the Bronzong. And this is probably the rest turn, but we switched into a Moongus, who's not gonna be able to do anything. Foul play. Neat idea, but the power is coming from the base power of the move, not the base power of the Mon. So that's like, okay. And we wake up and rest at over half. Interesting. I guess maybe just trying to get... Oh, he's soaking up foul plays to just like do big Rage Fist hits. Now we go... Yeah, here's Rage Fist. Yeah. That'll kill. This ain't VGC. You can't get the job done. Earth Power not gonna kill. This thing's so bulky. We're gonna go for the Rage Fist and get the kill instead of the Drain Punch. Interesting. And now you're definitely gonna get killed by Electrode. Yeah, Volt Switch is free. Age Slash, Assault Vest? No, that did a fair amount of damage. For a weaker Pokemon like Electrode. Hydro Pump. Life Orb, but with no rain to support it. Because Kyogre already died. Not gonna be able to do enough. And now he's just gonna stall out these last two guys. Sure. Hydro Pump, gonna resist it with Dragapult if he wants. But now he just hits buttons. Shadow Ball, unresisted. Ice Beam, gonna do a lot. While Dragapult's frail. Weavile, gonna get outsped. But I think he can actually live a hit. Now Fake Out, that'll get some of the job done. Annihilate comes in, and... Oh, a Mist Thunder. Unfortunate. If we kept our Kyogre alive and had rain, that wouldn't be a problem, though. Another Fake Out. He can do this till the cows come home. Ice Shard will finish the job. Yeah. Gotta keep that Kyogre safe. Like, your big guys are coming in and taking way too much damage, when it should be like these pawns going out first. Anyways, that was week 7. What a blast. I feel like we really cruised through that one. Johto standings. Noah's looking crisp at the top there. Almost safe to the point where he could probably lose a match and still stay up there. Steve got knocked down a little bit with the loss, but Nick going for Noah's throat there. On the cusp, we've got Doug and Chris. But Molly's 4-3 right here, and she's actually going to be in the upper end of 4-3 with the differential, I believe. Right below Austin 2.0, so really big week for Molly. We'll see if she can keep it up. I'm comfortable in the Kanto division. Probably don't need to win every match the rest of the season. Really big fight for second place though here. It's on differential, and even there's a tie. So we'll see how that progresses. Diego and Prather definitely still on the cusp of glory as well. A loss here for Koya puts them in striking range for Jackson and Sean too, so we gotta be careful there. Even Joe potentially if things work out a certain way. So we'll keep an eye on that. MVP race. McGearness got a death, but it's crazy, man. It's a good Mon. It's a really good Mon. I don't know if it's gonna lose that in the next 2 weeks, so I think we have our MVP. That's my prediction. But we'll see how the last couple weeks go. Quick update. I'm in a second league now. Solgaleo Premier League Draft Lock, where every week you draft new guys. If you lose them and Mons are off the board forever. I'll just quickly go over the standings here. I had a game against Will and I won, which is pretty cool. I sacrificed. I brought Aloe, Superior, Bisharp, Staraptor, Furfrou, and Glowking, and I lost Glowking, Furfrou, and Bisharp. But I get to keep these 3 guys, which is pretty good. I don't know who my opponent will be next week. I don't know who the second half of my team is, but we're gonna draft them and find out. A lot of the other higher point mons stayed on the board. Dragapult's still out there. Phil's got crazy speed. Corviknight is out there. That's a good little core. And then Ogrepon, Hearthflame's absolutely a demon. So maybe I should draft some speed to handle them, or Trick Room or something. Alrighty. Well, that's that. Everybody, thank you so much for joining today. I'm your spooky host. What a wonderful time. And I hope to see you all soon.